Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley, and today my guest is Representative David Brock Smith. He's a Republican from District 1 in Port Orford. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate how Charter does these interviews at the Oregon Coastal Economic Summit and here at the Pinmore Conference to allow us to discuss the issues that are facing our constituents in the state and our region.
Before you were elected to the Oregon House of Representatives, you were a county commissioner.
Correct. And
tell us what the number one problems are that people are facing in your district, your place you hail from.
Well, the citizens are facing a myriad of issues with regards to affordable housing, just jobs in general with regards to the workforce. I was successful in my first term in being able to get a workforce housing bill passed that is really for our middle class folks, our teachers, our nurses. You know, especially in the Oregon coast, we have a housing shortage because 30% of the properties owned in Curry County are owned by people that don't live there. Mm-hmm. And so they're vacation rentals, and as our teachers and our baby boomers are retiring, we need newer and younger teachers coming in, but there's no place for them to live.
That's a crisis.
It is a crisis, but it's a statewide crisis, and House Bill 2377 helps address the multifamily housing piece and allows incentives that will make a great dent, I believe, in it. But the most critical issue facing Southwest Oregon and my district is what's called sudden oak death. Mm-hmm. And sudden oak death is a water mold, and this pathogen is destroying the tan oak forests throughout Curry County. In fact, Curry County has a 515 square mile quarantine zone where you have serious issues with regards to being able to bring any type of timber or any export out of that area. Mm-hmm. And it's unique in the fact that this quarantine zone hasn't quarantined the whole county. And so the problem with this pathogen is it's moving north by northeast. And it's just devastating the local ecosystem because those acorns from the tan oaks are a main food supply for the ecosystem. Now, it affects over 120 species of plants. They've been combating it since 2001 when it was first detected. But in 2015, the quarantine area doubled in size to 515 square miles, which prompted me to work to create a task force. I've been successful, fast forward, in getting our U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley to co-convene the task force with me. We have a strategic plan that we rolled out in late May. We're working with the legislature on funding with our partners. One of the main problems, though, is there's been a new strain identified in late 2015 called the EU1 strain that affects Douglas fir.
Oh.
And so it is been 2 sites in 15, 30 sites been identified in 16, and now here we are in 2017. And so this EU1 pathogen of sudden oak death is the most critical issue facing Southwest Oregon and the state as a whole, and has the potential to have a devastating economic impact in the billions. As we move to support the expanded infrastructure in the Port of Coos Bay, once this pathogen moves into the Coos Bay timber market, it will quarantine the Coos County as well and cause serious impacts to any exports coming out of the Port of Coos Bay. The nursery industry will be affected. It is a critical issue.
So where are these things coming from? Are these just from people traveling globally and traipsing it in? What's the origin, and then what can be done about it?
Well, they believe the NA1 pathogen that's been in Curry County since 2001, and it's been in California, came through nursery stock. Okay. The EU1 was identified next to a closed nursery, so they believe that European strain came from Europe. It's the only identified place in North America where it's located. And the only way to deal with it really is to clear large 300 to 600 foot buffer sections, treat with chemical, and pile and burn.
Wow.
And so what we're going after is federal funding, through Senator Merkley. Coastal Caucus is working on state funding so that we can aggressively address this disease, so that we can save what little forestry economies we have and the Port of Coos Bay.
Because doing those things, it's challenging to do something that large. It's costly.
Yeah.
It's not particularly environmentally friendly, but it sounds like it has to be done.
Correct.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
For all your hard work, and we appreciate you watching. I'm Dana Cowley. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest.